Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you want to know how I got these crochet passion twists, then keep on watching. Really simple guys, really simple, very versatile. Okay, so I'm just starting by combing through my hair. It is pretty much freshly washed. I let it air dry, and I'm going to start sectioning out some hair around the perimeter of my hair. I'm gonna do one row of individuals, so if you want to do 2 rows, do that, but your girl is just gonna do one row. So now it's just time to start braiding. I'm going to use a little of this Murray's beeswax, I believe, and I did 12 braids, y'all. So this is what it looks like on one side, and I just did 6 on one side of the middle part and then 6 on the other side. Super simple. And yeah, I didn't braid all the way to the back, so I stopped those kind of in the middle of my head, and this is what they look like. And now we're going to go on to braiding down the back of the hair. Now I'm only again doing one row in the back, but if you want to wear your hair up and in various styles, I definitely recommend that you do 2 rows of individuals in the back, and to do horizontal braids going in the back as well. I'll insert a chart later, but I really recommend that you do that. So this is what my base looks like. Again, not the best because I am not a perfectionist, but I'm just using my crochet needle to tighten, like get rid of the loose ends of the braids. So I'm weaving the braids through each other with the crochet needle, and then after that I believe I went back with some thread and I just further tightened up my base. Like, I'm a lazy person when doing my hair, so mine's just not going to be perfect. I'm not a perfectionist. So yeah, I just weave my hair through other braids until there was no more of my braid of my hair, and this is what it looks like. Again, not the best, but this is the base that I am going with. So here I am the next day, and I'm starting my individuals. So I'm just lining up the hair with the braids, and I'm just applying a little Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie and Eco Styler gel, and I'm using the rubber band method. I'm going to show you two, but the first way you can do this is with rubber bands. And I did the rubber band, and then I just crochet the hair under the rubber band, and then I grab my hair and the crochet hair through the loop. I know it's hard to see because I was fumbling a little bit, but I put both pieces of hair through the loop, mine and the crochets, and then I started to unravel the crochet hair enough for my hair, and then I just began twisting the hair to the left. You have to twist it to the left. That's the only way it stays, in my opinion. So I did that, and then I let it go, and it looked pretty good. So that's what you can get with the rubber band method. 2 more braids to do, and they're just right behind my ear. I had to figure out how to do all of these, and I come up with a really nice method that I like, so I'm gonna show you how I do that. So it's behind my ear, so hopefully y'all can see this. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of the Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie on my hand. Like, that's probably too much for this section, but I'm just gonna apply that on there, and I am just gonna lightly comb my hair out. Now I am gonna put Eco Styler gel on it, but I found what I'm about to do. So I'm gonna create, like, I'm gonna start a braid. So all I'm gonna do is start a braid. So I'm just taking this section to 3 parts, and I'm starting a braid, and I really tried to get it close to the root. And you do want to braid down quite a bit, because if you don't, trying to get that braid out to start over, or the whole thing could just slip and then you left with like a skinny piece, like your hair is holding on by a thread. So now I'm gonna take Eco Styler, and I'm just gonna coat the entire rest of my hair with it. So now here we have the piece of crochet hair. I'm gonna crochet this through that braid. Pull it through, and now I have my hair and I have the braid in this hand, I'm gonna open up the loop and pass my hair and the braid through. So I'm gonna hold the braid now and I'm just gonna pull the crochet hair just to make sure it's at the base of that braid. Now you just unravel it. It's super easy to unravel. You can either split your actual hair in half, but if the section is small enough, sometimes I leave it whole, but it's just really up to you. But for this one, I'm gonna leave it whole. And I'm gonna twist towards the left. So my hands, you can see this right here. My hands are going to the left, 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 to the left. And I keep applying more Eco Styler gel to the left, to the left. Be careful because your hair kind of tends to get caught up in the bottom of the braid. So just be mindful and just keep applying whatever gel that you're using. And then I just smooth it out. And then we have our little braid. Moving on to the last section. Now these are all the braids that I have as my like singles. This was 21 pieces of hair as my base. As for my individuals, now I have to do the rest. Y'all saw me braid this part last night, but I did go back with like thread and kind of secure it even more and get it to be flatter. So now all we have to do is the regular crochet. So let's get started. Just put our finger through the loop, pick a spot where we want to crochet under or through, and just pull it. I'm only gonna do one time and that's it. So we're gonna finish doing this part all over our head. So the hair that I'm using is by Mayde Beauty. It's in the color T30 and it's just kind of like, it's kind of like brownish roots, and then it's really light at the ends. So I bought 5 packs. So each pack has 24 braids in here. Passion twist, 24 strands a pack, and they're 14 inches. So they looking good, okay? I've just been filling in. I have one more pack left, and we are on a mission to fill the middle. But like all in here, we need to cover. And again, this is the last pack, so here it is, guys. These are my completed braids. It probably took me, I'm gonna say about 3-4 hours, just because I had to braid down the base, and then I installed the crochet, which was the easiest part of this hairstyle, but I ran out of hair and literally today I went and got more packs and added them in, filled in some places in the back, on the side, and somewhere in the middle where it still needed some help. So this is what they look like at the individuals in the front, and then we have the regular crochet. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna turn around and show y'all the back, because in my last like crochet video, somebody was like, you didn't show the back. Like, I be watching to see the back. So I just want to let y'all know that when I did the back of this, it was pretty sloppy. I will tell y'all how you can have a neater finish in the back. I would definitely recommend that you all do 2 rows of individuals in the back, and then I would do some horizontal braiding instead of like the vertical braiding that I just did up and down. I would do some horizontal braiding above the 2 rows of individuals. Again, I only did 1 row individual. I'm lazy. For the most part, whenever I wear my hair up with crochet, I love to wear headbands. So you're always going to catch your girl with the headband, no matter if it's crochet, if it's actual passion twist, actual seamless twist. I just really love headbands. Let me take it down so y'all can see how it looks down. So y'all, this is what they look like down. So at this moment I have exactly 7 packs in my hair. Yeah, so I did, like I said, I used 1 whole pack to do the perimeter of my hair, just 1 row around the complete edge of my hair, and then the rest is crocheted in. I just did straight backs. Y'all saw my braiding process. Again, the back could have been neater. Oh, I didn't even show y'all the back. I did all that talking and didn't even turn around. We'll get to it. This is what it looks like. I mean, it is still crochet. I just really hate braiding and twisting, y'all. Like, I really hate that part. But I have tutorials on my channel of me doing single-leaf twists, passion twists, where it took about 7 hours. But, I mean, it was less expensive. Because, I mean, this hair was $7.99 a pack and I used 7 packs. So $7.99 times 7, that's $55.93 is what this style cost me. I do think that it looks very cute, and for the most part, again, like I said, if I'm wearing it up, I'm wearing it with headbands. As far as density goes, they are not the lightest. With 5 packs in, I was like, okay, it's a little, it feels really good. But now that, again, today I added in the extra 2 packs and it does feel like a little bit heavier. They are kind of smaller in size, so I still think they look really, really good. This is the back. Ooh, I kind of like that better. Okay. This is the back. Again, it's not perfect back here. So guys, that's it. I mean, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Again, I'm a very sloppy person when it comes to styles. I know how to hide different things and this and that, but if you're a more perfectionist, again, use the tips that I have suggested. So I'm not worried about, you know, what it looked like in the back because I got a headband on anyway. But for the purpose of the video, this is what the hair looks like. I've showed it to you down. I've gotten up close and personal with y'all so y'all can see. I have 12 individual rows in the front. Yeah, so if you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my personality, then go ahead and click that subscribe button and also click that bell notification so you guys can be notified when I post a new video. And last but not least, leave me lots of comments down below. And without any further ado, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.